Hi, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, I'm Colette Elizabeth, and I created this channel as a safe space with you in mind. Today, just want to talk about a few things. I don't have a script, and I won't be before you long. Today is my niece's birthday, and she's a millennial, and it's so funny. And this is just going to be a random conversation today, you guys. But it's so funny because you always hear people saying, the millennials are doing this and the millennials are doing that. Y'all, guess what? The millennials are 40, some of them, 40 years old. So they're not just entering the workforce. Okay. And people might say, oh, what is a millennial? Well, millennials are those born, I believe it's from 1982 through 1999, depending on which demographer information you look at. I am a Gen Xer. We're the generation, the forgotten generation. You always hear people talking about the baby boomers and the millennials. The Gen Xers, we're in the middle. We are here. We are here. But yeah, millennials turned 40 years old. Some of them, the older ones. And my niece is one of those. So shout out to the millennials. Welcome to the 40 Club. We're glad to have you. Now I'm in the 50 Club. But anyway, I just wanted to say how time goes by. It's just flying. For example, started this channel about a year ago, and time has just passed. And it's been exciting, it's been challenging, it's been all the things. But I have so enjoyed it. I'm not going to get too much into that because I'm going to do a whole nother video on that. But I wanted to share this little cheap journal that I bought from the dollar store. That's not long, there's no longer the dollar store. Is it called the dollar store? Oh, Dollar Tree. It ain't no longer Dollar Tree. Now it should be called $1.25 Tree. Folks just do what they do. I don't know. Anyway, it says, be truly glad. There is wonderful joy ahead. And that's from First Peter 1 and 6. And can I tell you something? Is joy ahead. And I know with the way things are going, with inflation and politics and all the other things that we as Black women and men have to worry about as far as our children and some of the things that have been happening lately, I know it's kind of difficult to imagine or even to think that joy is ahead, but it really is. And to be honest with you, we have to have a hope that joy is ahead. It's how I believe our ancestors made it through all of the trauma that they experienced in this country. They kept a hope that something better is ahead. When I left my job in December of 2021, I was so unsure about how things were going to be. I didn't know. And I had some questions and some hesitations, and I had some doubts, to be quite honest with you, about how in the world is my life going to be. And I was scared. I really was. But can I tell you something? A person, her name is Stephanie Perry, she always says, you are living your worst nightmare now. And I was when I was on my toxic job. And I know some people may say, Colette, you keep talking about this toxic job. You've been gone for a minute. I have been. I have been. And I'm probably going to talk about it a little bit more. And then we'll let that sleeping dog lie in a minute. But I was not sure what was going to happen. And I did go through a period of mourning, the loss of a horrible work environment. Go figure. But I learned that that's natural. I learned that even when things are not perfect, a loss is a loss, is a loss, is a loss. So we go through the stages of loss. We go through grief. We go through anger. We go through not acknowledging or admitting that this thing is happening. And so, what I can tell you right now on the other side, I am very hopeful. little dollar notebook I had, it just makes me smile because it's reflective of how I feel. I do feel glad. And I do feel that wonderful joy is ahead. And I just wanted to come on today to share with you that wonderful joy is ahead for you as well. I know you may be going through some things. We're all going through some things, and everything to all of us is important and it's real and it's hard and it's tough because life be lifing and people be peopling. And sometimes we doing everything we can just so we don't have to do a GoFundMe for bail money. Can I keep it 100 today? Can I keep it 100? Okay. Sometimes we just trying to stay out of jail, not get a case, right? And sometimes that's with our own people. All right. So I'm saying this to say it is going to get better. You gotta believe that. You gotta hold on. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep looking forward. You just have to. You have to look inside. Now, one of the pillars of this channel is teaching Black women to be resilient. And we are naturally resilient, but even we can get discouraged sometimes because we're carrying the load of the world a lot of times, of our children, of our spouses or partners, our parents, our cousins, our nieces, our nephews, our friends, our jobs. We're carrying so much on that cape, right? That cape that we need to retire and take it off. I retired my cape. I have one around here somewhere. I took it off. Okay. We have to, because we have to make room for this joy that's coming and that can be here today. We decide when we want to be joyful. We decide how far ahead this joy is that this book is talking about. Okay. Right here ahead. How far ahead? And this is just a little cheap little journal. I'm gonna write in it. I'm going on a trip and I'll be documenting some things. I tend to think better when I'm in a hotel or something like that. I shouldn't say think better, but I get all kind of ideas. So go ahead and get your groove on, get your groove back, like Stella did. Those of you old enough to know who Terry McMillan is and know the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes we just need to get our groove back, and we have to make sure that our groove is the groove we want it to be. And that can be our joy, it could be our laughter, it could be all the things. We get to decide. And I'm deciding that my joy is starting now. So thank you for watching the channel. If you enjoyed this channel, give it a thumbs up. If you want more content like this, subscribe to the channel. Consider sharing the content as well with other folks. And go back and look at some of my other videos. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think about joy and how you plan to prepare yourself for it. Put it in the comments. I do read all the comments. I'll see you the next time.